All right, we got Mark. Mark, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, guys. How are you tonight?
Good, Mark. Thank you.
So a couple of things. Number one, Pierre, you're an icon. I love what you have to say about hockey. Tony, you got good hair. And Mr. Wilde, love your writing. Love the way you write. I enjoy reading you.
All right. Good synopsis.
So Pierre is unbelievable at hockey. Brian, who is a writer, is unbelievable at writing, and me, who I've done radio for the last 20 years and podcasts for the last 5, and TV for the last 22. I got great hair. Okay, good.
He's just having fun with you.
I know he is. Tony,
I knew I would piss you off, so that's fine. That's
exactly.
Yeah, no, and you know what? You accomplished that. Let me tell you. Go ahead.
He's happy.
Couple of comments. Number one, this whole thing about fatigue. When I do the math, 20 minutes, a good hockey player, 20 minutes for 80 games. That's 24 hours of playing hockey. Call it 50 hours of practicing. You know, come on, guys. Fatigue, bullshit. Number two, the tax situation. I live in the U.S.
Hold on a second. Hold on. What? No. Did you just say that fatigue for these players right now, it's bullshit? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Well, okay.
No. Is that what you said? Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yes. So Josh Anderson being so hurt that he's had 2 practices in the last 2 months because he can't practice for how hurt he is, and he's playing through incredible playing to pay the games. Nick Suzuki, who hasn't had a second-line centerman all season, who's been the second most used forward in the entire National Hockey League, and doesn't have the luxury of a second-line centerman the way Austin Matthews does or Connor McDavid does or so many other players, has to have those hard matchups game in and game out, has to play that much to carry the team on his back. Mike Matheson, knowing that Marty St. Louis was without Caden Gooley for 27 games, and he's got an Arbor Jacki whose game he doesn't trust very much, and a David Savard who no longer has the mobility that he used to have, and a Struble who's a 6'7", has to play Matheson 27 or 28 minutes. And this team that finished 5th last for the last 2 years is in the mix with 10 games left. They're 1 point behind. Samuel Montembeault went from playing 41 games to 54 games. Everyone has to give something that they can't, that they don't even have. They're going above and beyond. They're a decimated team. They're a depleted team. They're a team that doesn't have enough depth, but yet they're here. Patrick Laine missed the first couple of months of the season, only joined the team on December 2nd. They don't have a second line, and they're doing this, and you don't think they're tired? Is that what you just said?
Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah, tell me what you're saying.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, tell me.
There are 1,000 NHL hockey players in the NHL, right?
750. 750.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So if there's a billion hockey players that want to play hockey, you're 1,000. Show up, man. Just show up. Don't tell me you're tired. Just show up.
Yeah. You know what? You and I want to play hockey too, but we're not good enough. Like, okay.
I agree with you. You got good hair, and I got good hair too. That's what
I'm sorry. Fatigue is not an excuse. It's not. It's not an excuse. It's a reality. It's a reality. And I'm going to tell you something. I could tell already in the chat that a lot of people are saying they charter and this and that and whatever, and they eat well, and you know what? They're millionaires and they play a game. Pierre, you know how hard these players work. Being a professional athlete is 12 months a year. 12 months a year. All right? It's a lot of work. Pierre?
Well, unfortunately, people can't go into medical rooms during the season and see what these guys go through to play. If you saw what some of my players had to go through when we were winning Stanley Cups in Pittsburgh, you'd say to me, this is bordering on barbarianism. This shouldn't happen to human beings. So I know people don't want to hear that because of how much money these guys make, but I'm telling you right now, they lay it out there. And it's not pleasant to watch. I had one player that had to take shots. But I'll show you a needle from there to there before every game. And I'd go into the training room with him, and he wouldn't miss a game, and he'd start to cry when the needle would go through his hand. So with all due respect, Mark, I got to tell you, fatigue is a real part of this thing, and so is pain, a lot of pain.
You know, Mark,
I'd like to add, if I could, from a quick anecdote from 1982. This is a famous one that Wayne Gretzky says all the time. We were in the playoffs. We thought we were the greatest. We thought we were going to win the cup. We faced the New York Islanders, and they won the cup. And we walked by their room and thought they were going to all be celebrating how their fact that they beat us for the Stanley Cup in the finals. And they were all sitting there, and they were just so dead they couldn't even raise their arms. And he said, in that moment, we learned what it took. And then the next year, they moved on to winning cups themselves. Mm-hmm. So it takes everything out of them. And you have not played a game, you don't understand it. You have to have done it, or you have to have seen them in the room. You have to be a part of their pain to feel it, or you just see, oh, what a lovely chartered meal they have. It's indescribable if you haven't seen it. But once you've seen it, you know it, and you never forget it.
Mark,
you never forget it. Because you see what they go through.
I don't, you know, with all due respect to my son, I don't want to pretend. If I can, Mark, with all due respect to my son, I don't want to pretend like he's this high level athlete, because obviously, with all due respect,
sure he is, Tony.
Well, no, what I want to say, I mean, he's not at the level of, you know, we're talking about, you know, the elite.
He's a high level athlete,
right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. All right, he trained 3 times today. He ran 10 kilometers today. He went to the gym for 2 hours and 15 minutes to work on his body. And he went to the park to train and work on his shot and work on his moves at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. It's 10:59. He's still there at the park. The lights went out 59 minutes ago. He's leaving now at 11 to come back. This is an athlete who plays right now, you know, low level. These guys are this times. When I saw these guys at the Four Nations face-off, and they just played a game at unbelievable speed. It was the fastest hockey I saw in my life. Mm-hmm. Mark, after the game, where they laid it all on the line, Nathan McKinnon and Connor McDavid were on the bike, and they were pedaling like you couldn't believe. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Okay, so guys,
there's a reason why they make the money they make, Mark, and I know people are going to hate to hear this. They deserve it. You want to know why? I live in a world where I really believe that the 750 in the world that are the best at what they do, no matter what they do, they should all make millions. I'm Marinaro, and that clip you just watched is from our most recent episode of the Sick Podcast. Once again, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.